Hi, good day to you, my Gemini friends. I'd already drawn out the cards and yeah, I hadn't pressed the record button. So Gemini, this is a general love reading for you, for whatever relationship this is. Welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. This is Meenakshi. And I feel that if you are watching this reading, Spirit has directed you to this reading. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across it, it's meant for you. The cards that had come out was the Hierophant, the Hanged Man, and Nine of Cups. So some of you could be dealing with a Taurus person. And remember, the cards also have their own meaning. So you could be dealing with a Taurus person, and there's a situation that has unfolded that has you having to look at things from a different perspective, a different point of view. Also realizing that you most probably don't have all the facts about you, and as much as there's a lot of happiness and contentment, you do need to allow this happiness and contentment to flow from a different perspective. Some of you could also be dealing with a relationship that needs you to look at it differently. If you're not dealing with a Taurus person, then you could very well be in a relationship with somebody that needs to be reassessed. And even though there could be this situation of happiness in this moment, you need to also realize that you do need to look at the situation or at this relationship maybe with a different perspective. You need to also be mindful, Gemini, that you may not have all the facts about you about the situation. You know, you need to allow yourself to evolve. You need to allow yourself to change your perceptions of things. We see talking about change, and you are realizing that a certain cycle has come to an end, and you have garnered a lot of knowledge. You have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, especially when it comes to relationships and close relationships, and you have this wisdom about yourself and about things as they're unfolding, realizing that you do need to allow yourself to evolve, allow yourself to change. We do see Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy coming through here. We're also seeing Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy coming through. So you could be dealing with these energies. Some of you could be kind of feeling as though you are stuck in a love situation, you know, and you need to change your perspective of this love situation. You need to allow yourself to flow with this generosity, with this energy of peacefulness, of love, you know, accepting generosity and being generous. And you could be feeling kind of stuck in your generosity as well. We see that a lot of time is needed for you to go within yourself, to reflect about things. Some of you might also be dealing with a Virgo person, but also you needing to assess your situations and realize that you have a lot of information and you have choices that you need to make. You need to look towards the future, towards what is the best decision for you, but you also need to allow yourself to flow with love. Many of you could be feeling kind of trapped in your own thinking, and you could be very stubborn when it comes to having to change your perspective about things. Change is very difficult for some people, and you know, and some of you might be feeling this resistance to change and feeling stuck and not realizing that you are only stuck because you are causing yourself to feel stuck, rather than allowing yourself to evolve in this energy and allowing something new to happen and to unfold for you. So let's draw some more cards to see what more is it that the tarot has to say for you. Okay, there's a lot of messages coming back and forth for some of you. Okay, a lot of love messages as well, but there has been some sort of betrayal here, Gemini. Okay, there's been something that has happened where you're feeling very betrayed, where you feel that especially when it comes to love messages, there could have been a situation of love bombing for some of you, where somebody has come across as being, you know, not what they really seem to be. It's like breadcrumbing, you know. They could have misled you with their words, with their situations, with their actions in a love situation. But you need to also focus yourself and focus your attention and look at what is it that you are focusing yourself in, and look at where it is that you're focusing your attention, and what is it that is grabbing your attention in your situations. I get a sense here that some of you are realizing a lot of truth about yourself and about others, and you're needing to be very mindful of the choices that are out there for you and not allowing yourself to get caught up in this toxic energy and toxic drama. Some of you could be having sleepless nights when it comes to your love situations, your romance situations. We see that you do have this manifestation energy, but also a very karmic cycle is happening here. Some of you could be in a repeat cycle where you're finding it could be a different person that you're involved with, but it's the same kind of story where there's this constant betrayal and you're constantly feeling as though you need to stand your ground and you need to be very forceful about what is it that you want to what is the message rather that you want to relay to others. But you need to be mindful about the chaos that your high-handed or your strict thinking is creating. You need to be mindful of not keeping yourself stuck in situations because you just want to be right about things, but rather look at how you're focusing your attention and look at the truth that is coming out of situations and out of relationships, and look at the options that are out here for you. Don't allow yourself to get caught up. Some of you could be realizing that you're having a bit more of a better perspective of what has happened in the past, especially with your love situations. Love, commitments, the choices that you're making, the relationships that you're making, the way that you're communicating with people. What is it that you have learned? Take into consideration the lessons that you have learned. Take into consideration, the messages that have been received and have been sent back and forth. And look at the choices that you are making when it comes to your commitments, when it comes to your relationships. A lot of you needing to look at cooperation. A lot of you also needing to be very aware that you are not... you don't have all the facts. Let me phrase it like that. You don't have all the facts about things. There are still things that are hidden from you. You don't exactly know which way is the right way in certain instances. You might also be feeling that, when it comes to news and messages that, it's like, I get the sense that you may feel like you've given somebody a second chance, and you might be feeling quite right in the standpoint that you've taken. You may feel as though you have won when it comes to disagreements or to issues that have come up, but you need to also ask yourself whether the battle was worth it. Some of you could also be dealing with a Leo person. We see that there's a lot here that you need to think of. Some of you could be very overly concerned with your dependents, with people that are close to you, with your responsibilities, and you could be finding yourself where, if you're a parent, you could be, I hear the phrase helicopter parent. Some of you got to be mindful that you're not becoming a helicopter parent, but rather that you need to be careful of the choices and decisions that you're making and overcoming your fears in the decisions and the choices that you're making. While it's important to think about the future, it's also important for you to realize that you may not know everything about the future until it sort of like unfolds for itself. And you need to realize that it's important for you to grasp that you need to overcome these fears of yours. And it could be situations that are very cyclic for some of you. And realizing that, yes, you've worked very hard, and yes, you have put yourself in the situation where you've accomplished a lot. But you also need to allow yourself this second chance and this rebirth, and allow yourself to move forward and not constantly be in a conflict situation, but allow peace to manifest in your life and in your situations and in your relationships. So Gemini, it's not always about being right in things, but it's also about doing the right thing at the right time. Hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. Please remember to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care and goodbye.